Masculinity is not toxic. It is only bad when we have bad men pretending to act like strong men. The state of the world is not in a masculine crisis because good men do not exist. The state of the world is currently where it's at because we have trained an entire generation of men for the actions of a few irresponsible, of a few bad men. And now the system has used this as a way to ruin men and to keep them sedated and prevented from actually rising up. Sedated enough to the point where they're, yes, willing to go to work, to do their job, to do things, but they're not willing to create chaos, not willing to stand up against the norms, not speaking their mind when truth is at stake, not holding the standards, not holding the boundaries, not saying no, not standing up for the feminine. This is what the system wants. They want men to stay sedated. They want us to stay quiet and just do our thing, to just work the 9-to-5 job, to just get by. But that's not going to work, brother. That is not going to work for us. And this is why I love to follow the philosophy of memento mori. Memento mori means to remember that you will die. The ancient Stoics and ancient Christians practice this because it reminds us that every single day we need to live our life as though this could be the last day that we ever live on this earth. This genuinely could be the last day you ever live. Living and waking up this morning was like winning the genetic lottery 3 times over. God trusted you to get up this morning, to give you one more day on this earth, and to maybe do something with your sorry rear end. And that is an opportunity for us. And now, one of my favorite movies, Fight Club, is where Tyler Durden, he goes to this back alley behind the gas station, and he takes the owner or the worker in the gas station and points a gun to his head. And he says, what did you want to do with your life? What did you want to be? Because he's just a gas station worker. He's not doing anything with his life. And then Tyler finds out that he wanted to be a veterinarian. He wanted to be a veterinarian, but he wasn't living that life. He gave up on that life and chose a more comfortable one for the money. He gave into the system because the system wants you content. It wants you complacent. But to be masculine is to be courageous. It is to be chaotic. It is to stare death in the eye and to stand firm and to embrace it willingly. And in Fight Club, it's revealed after Tyler holds this man to gunpoint and he says, if you are not on your way to becoming a veterinarian, in 6 weeks, I know where you live. He takes his license and he says, I know where you live, I know your name, and I know where you work, and I will find you, and I will end you. And this is super unethical, right? But we find out that he's pointing a gun with no bullets in it. He was bluffing this entire time. He just pointed this gun at this guy, and the guy runs off. And I like to think that man's life was totally changed from that day on, because he woke up that next morning and food tasted better than it ever was before, because he didn't know it. He didn't know that that gun wasn't loaded, but he knew that he had an insane level of urgency that was cultivated for him to now pursue the life and the destiny that was laid before him. And so I want this video for you, to the best of our ability, to become that gun that is empty with no bullets in it. I want this video to be the message pointed at your head to say, if you do not live like tomorrow could be your last day, that today could be your last, memento mori, that you could not wake up tomorrow. I want you to live like this, because you might genuinely not wake up tomorrow. And so it's an opportunity for you to do something that you've never done before. It's an opportunity for you to resist the system, to resist the norm, to resist the sedation and the anesthesia that the system wants you to stay stuck in, and to rise up and for just one day, create a little bit of chaos. Create a little bit of chaos for your mind, because your mind has become so used to the same exact thing day in and day out. But in neuroscience, when your mind has a prediction error, say when you are walking down the steps and you assume there's going to be another step at the bottom, but you realize that the floor was already there, and then so you stumble over and you fall onto the ground because you thought there was going to be another step, and then you totally just biff it. Your brain learns in that. That was a prediction error. I want you to stumble a little bit. I want you to fail and embrace something and do something a little bit chaotic, to live like today was your last day on this earth. Do something that shakes the water for you. What would you do if today was the last day that you had on this earth? Maybe you have that difficult conversation. Maybe you just go talk to a girl. Maybe what you do is you decide to start the LLC, to start your business, or you just post a single video on your social media, not even caring what anybody has to say about it. What would you do if today was your last day on this earth? Memento mori. Remember, you must die. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.